The question is, did Hussein pledge bay'ah to Muawiyah? Absolutely, according to the Shia sources and according to Sunni sources, he pledged bay'ah to Muawiyah. Why? It is impossible for Hassan radiallahu anh to give bay'ah to Muawiyah and not Hussein. It is impossible. Okay. In fact, Shia sources are very explicit about this. There is a report in Rijal al-Kashi, the most authoritative Shia book on Ilm al-Rijal. There is a report there, if I'm not mistaken, report number 102, which states clearly that when Muawiyah reached out to Hassan, he invited him to Asham. They came to Asham, Hassan, Hussein and Qais bin Sa'ad bin Ubadah, three people. So he said to them, he said to Hassan, Qum for bay'ah. Literally the words are there. Stand and give bay'ah to me. And Hassan stood up and gave bay'ah. And then he said the same thing to Hussein and Hussein gave bay'ah. And then same was said to Qais bin Sa'ad bin Ubadah, who was the general of the army of Hassan radiallahu anh. And he turned to Hussein looking at him. Faltafat ila Hussein radiallahu anh. He turned to him, looked at him. And Hussein said to him, Qum fa bay'ah. O Qais, stand up and give bay'ah. Fa innahu imami. Who? Hassan is my imam. He's my imam, he's my leader. If he has given bay'ah, you give bay'ah. Allahu Akbar. This is Rijal al-Kashi, very explicit about Hussein giving bay'ah to Muawiyah. Not only him commanding the general of the armies to give bay'ah to Muawiyah radiallahu anh, so that there is no dispute left. General of the army had to surrender to Muawiyah radiallahu anh to serve him now, because he's the Khalifa now. Okay. In the Sunni sources, there is only one report in Musannaf of Ibn Abi Shayba that mentions the word bay'ah. Okay. And as for the shurut of sulh, they are all inauthentic, all da'if. There is not one sahih hadith about the conditions of sulh. So these were made up by the Shia to undo the notion of bay'ah. Because when they accept that Hassan gave bay'ah to Muawiyah, game over. Game over. The house of cards fall. So they had to invent a new story. Sulh. It was sulh. Still doesn't help them. Let me explain how. It still doesn't help them. Because sulh, they are trying to play this game, claiming that sulh can be made with the kuffar. Why? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made sulh with the kuffar at Hudaybiyah. But in that sulh, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not put Suhail bin Amr, who came to represent the Qurayshis, the Mushrikeen. He did not put him on the mimbar and tell him, now you will lead the Muslims and we will live under your domain. We will live under you, led by you, and you are now Amirul Mu'mineen. Allahu Akbar. That never happened, okay, at the time of Muawiyah radiallahu anh, because this is exactly what has. If Muawiyah was a kafir as per Shia narrative and theology, then it didn't stop at sulh. It wasn't just a sulh. It was more than that, because Muawiyah took the mimbar. Muawiyah took khilafah. He became the imam. He became the leader of jihad fi sabilillah against the Romans and the Persians. So the incident of Hudaybiyah cannot apply to what took place between Muawiyah and Hassan radiallahu anhuma. Okay, so this game doesn't work. It was a bay'ah. It was a bay'ah, and it was a surrender, unconditional surrender. Okay, power was completely handed over to Muawiyah, and all the armies of Iraq and Hijaz and Asham and Yemen had to fight under the leadership of Muawiyah, including the children of Ahlul Bayt. Okay.